Well, today I'm going to do an unbagging of the component set for Panzerschreck 18. And this is Panzerschreck 18. I will put a link to it in the description so you can see my Coffee with Kilroy, where I kind of do a page through of this and talk about what's all contained in Panzerschreck 18. But there are 3 games contained in Panzerschreck 18, and if you want the components for it separate and not having to, copy and cut up and do whatever you need to do to get the components out of this book, you can buy the components from Minden Games. And this is what comes in that component set. So this, for Charge of the Light Brigade, it's a map, counters, reference card. For Gunfight at OK Corral, it's counters and reference card. And for the Fall of Rohm, second edition, it's display, counters, and reference card. So let's get in the bag and see what we get in here. Minden Games are somewhat of a do-it-yourself type publication. Even when you buy the games kind of separate, or the book games, so to speak, separate, you're having to make copies or cut stuff out. Heaven forbid, I would never do that. But with Panzerschreck, they actually give you the option of getting these component sets here. So you can get, so it comes on a thicker cardstock. You're still going to have to cut this up to make the components. It's not like it's a counter sheet or anything like that. But it's better than having to copy, a page out of the book and then chop that up, right? You at least get this on a little bit of thicker cardstock and able to manipulate it the way you want. So here's your counters for the Charge of the Light Brigade, and then markers. And you say those are kind of become real small on there. One-sided. Then you get your Charge of the Light Brigade tables, your fire table, your melee table, your leader table, range, and casualty draw. And again, that's one-sided. And then you get the map. This is the map for Charge of the Light Brigade, which is probably, if you're interested in that game, this is probably worth it just to get the map on a little bit thicker stock and separate from the game book itself. So here's the Valley of Death, or the Valley of the Charge of the Light Brigade. Next we have, this is Gunfight at OK Corral. Let's look at the counters here. Here are your different counters. Here's White Earp, and Morgan Earp, and Virgil Earp, and Doc Holliday, of course, and then the Clantons, and the rest of the Clanton gang there. Here's good old Johnny Ringo, and he's like the fastest draw here. I think this is the speed. He's an 18 with Doc Holliday 17, and then White Earp at 16. I believe that's how it works. And there's other indications for morale and experience and accuracy and the like. And then it has markers as well. And again, that's one-sided. Then you get your reference card. Here's your base to hit number, your hit location, whether it's with a pistol or a shotgun. So if you're using a pistol, and you're going to use a deck of cards here with the suit combined with the order of the card, whether it's ace to king, where you cross-reference that and see where the hit's at, and then what the severity of it is, whether it's a light wound or a major wound or a KIA there. And the same is with the shotgun as well. And again, that's one-sided. Then we get the Fall of Rohm, which is kind of a political game. Here are the counters that you need for that. So only 6 there, pretty small. And then you have basically the game board. You're keeping track of the economy, the army, the SS, and the SA, and then Hindenburg's health, and then where Rome's located at. And again, it's basically the political situation in 1934, and this is kind of the lead up to the Night of the Long Knives, which saw the end of several of Hitler's political rivals in both politics and in the military, setting him up to take over complete power once Hindenburg died. So there you have it, and that's a single-sided board there. So these are the components you get that are also included in here, but they're on just regular paper, included within the confines of this kind of war game book here, or war game magazine, whatever you want to call it. But you can get this component set if you're so inclined, and have something a little bit easier to manipulate and play and cut out if you need to. So that's what I have for you today. The component set for Panzerschreck 18. Love to know your thoughts on this. Do you play these games? Do you play the Minden Games? Do any of you get these component sets that are available? I think I don't know if they're available for all their games, but they're available for most of their games, and especially available for like some of these Panzerschrecks that have come out. Do you like it? Do you think it's, if you're going to do it yourself, might as well do it your own and just pull it out of the book? Love to know your thoughts and comments on that. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. It is greatly appreciated. Hey, in order to make this worthwhile, love to hear what you think about this stuff. What do you think about these kind of games and the format in which they come in? The good, bad, and the ugly. Whatever you have, it's love to hear it, and it's all valid. Anyway, thanks all, and have a good one. Thanks for watching.